Hey guys, it's Thursday and I'm having one of my days. And some of you have seen my days, and then some of you might just see this passing by. And I'm going to tell you why you should never give up on God like I did. I believed so strongly from the time I could understand. For the first 5 years of my life, I was spending it in my grandparents' home with the love of my grandparents and my young or older aunts and uncles, but they were not all that older than I was. So they were more like a brother and a sister, the younger ones. And everything was good and fine and happy and lovely until my grandmother needed to start me in kindergarten and take us to doctors. Then my mother came back, and she came back with the monster. So for the next 7 years of my life, I would pray to God that He would let me die so that I could leave this house of horrors. And then when that monster cut off my ability to see my grandparents, I started praying to God that I could kill the monster and get away with it. And I pleaded with God and begged God every night of my life to do something to make this pain stop, to make this hurt go away, to punish my abuser, to just leave, to run away and let me run far enough. I begged my mother to leave me with my grandparents. She wouldn't. And then once God saw that I was turning my begging for death for myself into hatred and anger to kill another person, even though that person in my eyes wasn't worthy of living, God did answer my prayer. Except the way that He answered it was He took my grandfather away. And once my grandfather was gone, then my mom decided to leave him. No, it doesn't make sense. And then you see a lot of people, it doesn't make sense. And I don't understand it. And I hated God for it for a very long time. That one person in my life that I loved more than anything in the whole entire world was my grandfather, who was a good and righteous man, who was kind and loving and gentle and educating. And I miss him. And then I started to miss God recently. And no, I'm still hurt inside from what happened to me. I don't believe the anger is still there. A long time I wanted to just find that monster and kill him for what he'd done and what he'd taken away from me and what he'd taken away from our family. But vengeance is not for us. Vengeance is for, God. God is the one that judges him in the end. And even though he believes that his Catholicism will save him because he's repented over and over and over again, he still did horrible things in the dark and in the light of day to small children. And I doubt very seriously that he stopped doing these things. But some days it's hard. Some days it's hard. Get up and keep going. Some days it's hard to forgive. And some days it's just so hard to forget. And I wish I could forget it all. I wish there was like a magic key to go in and block those out. Block them all out. But then I would be blocking out such good memories too. Not many, but a few. I just miss my life like it was. I miss my family like it was. I miss my grandparents. I miss my baby sister. I miss my uncle. I miss a lot of people that should still be here. My dad. I miss my husband's father. I miss him more for his mother, because she's so lost without him after 52 years of marriage. I miss my mom's fourth husband, because that was the one husband that she was with and I didn't have to ever worry about her. And I miss him for her because she's lonely. And I wish that I could still pretend about things, that things didn't happen. But the reality is that when people get older, they tend to tell you those things that they saw but they didn't act on. And so then you just have to wonder why they didn't do something, wonder why they didn't call the cops, wonder why they didn't fight harder to keep me and my sister there. When a mother walks out on her kids and leaves them for 3 years, I think that that mother needs to go through some serious counseling to get her kids back. Even though we were with my grandparents and safe, I don't think she had the right to come back and get us. But I do believe that the monster found out that she had 2 little girls at home, and that hitchhiking asshole decided to hitch it all the way back and hitch his wagon to hers horse so that he had 2 little girls to torture and take advantage of. He should be in prison. And my lawyer was going to put him in prison, but my mother said that she was going to take the 5th if they questioned her on stand. Nobody was on my side. My aunt did say later on, after the statute of limitations, the look-back period was over, and nothing could be done then. There should be no statute of limitations on child abuse. You should be able to take those people to jail when you remember everything in its fullest. But I just live from day to day, and some days are better than others. Today is not one of those good days. So anyway, Thursday, not good. Peace out to you all. I hope your demons don't come up to the top as much as mine do.